Hey everyone, this is Sean Higginbottom of Red Panda Studios. I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. The first would be the new Red Panda model. This is the old model. Most of you guys have already gotten used to seeing this one. He will be in the first Red Panda adventure game. The second would be this model here, which has a couple of changes. The first would be, or the most obvious would be the mouth. It allows him to be more expressive, and the fingers so he more convincingly grab objects. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, show you a little bit of what the next project is. This is the Creator Auto script. The first auto script you might have seen on my demo reel. It was used to rig Crash Bandicoot. The flaw with this one is that it didn't really give you many options, and it did a lot of work for you. So what I wanted to do with this one was have it rig different parts of the body individually. So you might want to have a character that has one leg that's smaller than the other, or one arm that's bigger than the other. It basically promotes asymmetry. So setting up the joints here really quick to get the character set up. Okay, Rojo Red Panda's joints are all set up. So what I want to do now is open up the Creator version 2 window. As you can see, there's a lot more options here than before. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Basically clicking the joints and then the setup that I want to have in the window. And right here I click the neck, and then I click the head setup, and it will finish off the head. And when I finish up my setup, I want to create the connection button, which connects all of the setup together and skins the character. So here I now have a face set up for Red Panda, and moving all of his controls, moves the lips and the mouth. And there's a lot more control basically than before. It even has an eyebrow and an eyelash and all that set up as well if you wanted to have that. So there's some other key features in here that go into game engines. For once, is the muscle simulator. So this section here actually creates bicep flex. And also, if you notice on the window, there's a quadruped setup as well. Basically, the difference between this and other setups is that I've noticed that other setups don't really include the hop joint in quadrupeds, which is a little weird because it looks more like two men in a suit. So I'm actually going to go ahead and flip over to that really quickly and show you what I mean. So this is the really quick model I did in 5 minutes. I don't know, I guess it's supposed to be a dog, don't judge me. Oh, speaking of modeler, the modeler, Miranda Marquez of Red Panda Studios, it's her birthday today, so happy birthday to her. She's getting old. She's gonna kill me for saying that, so if you don't hear from me after this video, you know why. So I'm gonna quickly set up the joints for this character and basically get him set up the same way I did Red Panda. So give me a second, really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and plop all the joints in. And set up, I can go ahead and basically click the joints, move it to the side, and start plugging in with to the menu. So I'll go ahead and create the spine, the legs, and then I'm going to hit the connection button and connect all the pieces together. As you can see, it's all working, everything moves simultaneously with each other, everything's connected to the spine, and every joint, or every foot joint, every arm joint contains attributes for rolling and banking, pivoting, and such. Also, as you can see here, I can stretch the legs as well, and arms and every other joint. But one other cool feature here is on the bottom left you see a ragdoll button. So when I click this button here, it actually turns your character into a ragdoll, and it simulates really well for games, for cinematics and such. And slowly, and goodbye horse doggy thing. I don't know what I was trying to make. But anyway, as you can see, he's out. So we're going to go back to Red Panda and show you once again that the stretch does work on all limbs. And it's not so much important that it works in Maya. The important thing is that it works in other programs too. I know a lot of you that might be thinking this is cool. I really appreciate that. But for those that do character setup or technical animation, whatever you want to call it, you might be saying, okay, well, I've seen a lot of this before. This has all been done. So what I want to show, which was probably the most unique feature about this auto rig, is that it works in a lot of other programs as well. It works in obviously Maya, but it works in 3ds Max and VK, Unity, and CryEngine. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just a couple of them, just plopping in there, and it's no work on the user. You simply just save it out and export it. The rig was made with the requirements of each program. So just showing a quick view of the character in same pose in 3ds Max, and here it is in UDK. Quick animation I did to show that not only does it move, does it work, but the stretching works as well in UDK, which is not something that's typically found because scaling does not work in UDK. So I just want to show you this quick thing. So that is basically it for the setup. Just to note, Red Panda Studios will be presenting at the Telfairs Pulse event in March, so if you're going to be around Savannah, Georgia at that time, stop by and feel free to say hi to some of us here at the studio, talk to us about games or anything like that. More than welcome. Also, make sure you subscribe, follow us on Facebook and now Twitter, and just feel free to ask us any questions.